Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll see how to provision Azure SQL service from the Azure cloud. If you want to search for Azure SQL, you can search from search bar, okay, or directly I am able to see here. You can click on this Azure SQL database. It will open the form, okay. So we have to click on this option, create SQL database. It will open this form. So basic information we need to fill. What is the, it is asking resource group. I will give I will select existing resource group. If you want to if you want to create Azure SQL database under new resource group, you can select here. You can create new resource group here. So for now, for demo purpose, I am selecting. I have many resource groups. I have selected existing resource group here. Database name, Azure SQL 2024-05 I will give. Yeah, this is a unique name. It should be unique name across the Azure. And server, so if you have already existing SQL server, you can select, or else directly you can if there is no server, then you can create one new server. Okay, so it is already there, new server, leave it. I will create new one. So create new server, server name I will give Azure SQL server 2024-05. Okay, it is a unique name, and that naming convention is satisfied. And location I will select, my location is South India or Central India. I will select. This name I will copy it someplace so that it will be useful. Okay, next, authentication method. So it is showing three types of authentication methods. One using Microsoft Active Directory authentication. Earlier it is, we used to call Azure Active Directory ADD authentication. Now that Active Directory authentication they renamed to Microsoft Entra. So only if you want to select that, if you want to connect Azure SQL using that Entra option, then you select this. If you select this, both using SQL Entra authentication, you can access that database. I will use only SQL authentication. Anything is fine. I am selecting SQL authentication so that using username, password, hostname, we can connect the Azure SQL database. Login, it will ask the login username, password. You can give username same as admin123. Password, give some value. Same here also, re-enter. So I will execute one more time. Password did not match. Okay. Okay. So now I have entered. I will select this username. I will paste here. This is server name, username, password. Okay. This is the server creation. Click on OK. So in the server place, it is selected this server. And you want elastic pool? No. For now, for demo purpose, I'm selecting as no. Workload environment, I'm using this database for development purpose. If you are using for production purpose, you can select a corresponding button here. And here compute storage, in this option you can configure your database size. Okay, configure database, I clicked on configure database. So estimate serverless compute resources are auto scaled build second as per week hours used. This is a general purpose. Okay, so the cost you can see here right side. Estimated cost per month 453 rupees Indian rupees. If you select that serverless provisioned also you can select. So here you can see in the service tier you can see many models. First one is a week or based purchasing model, general purpose, hyperscale, business, DTU. So DTU purchase model, if you select this based on data transaction units you are using, the price will come according, the bill will come accordingly. So standard, basic, standard, premium. If you want to use first for a demo purpose or less data, you can use basic. Basic, if you select, you can see the option here for less demanding workloads. So you can see that price also here per month 465 rupees. Maximum size I will select as a 1. Okay, 1 GB I will select. Okay, 1 GB space I am selecting. Okay, I have selected a basic for less work. So 1 GB storage development. Next, here backup storage redundancy is, here it is showing locally redundant backup, zone redundant, zero redundant. That means whatever data you are storing in database, Azure SQL database, you want to store in the same same data center, that is locally. If you want to save replica of copy in same that database copy, if you want to store as multiple copies across the zone, that time you can select zone redundant. That means for extra safety for your data, if it is a confidential information, okay, you want to save more than one copy in the same zone in different data centers, that time you can select zone redundant for extra security. That's it. And geo redundance means in that same database multiple copies will be available across the geography in Azure cloud. Same copy will be available in multiple data nodes, multiple data centers in that same geography. This is for extra security to recover the data from a loss. For example, if you select locally redundant, something data will be, whatever data you stored in Azure SQL, it will be stored in one data center completely. If something power failure happened to that data center, that time we cannot access that data, right? To avoid that, we will usually select these two other options, zone redundant, geo redundant options. For now, for demo purpose, it is for sample data only. I am selecting locally redundant backup storage. Next, click on networking. So networking, I will select public endpoint. Public endpoint I will select. Private in the real time, it will be a private endpoint using, we can connect using a VPN connection. Okay. So for now I am selecting private endpoint. Allow Azure services request to yes I will. Yes I will do. Add current IP address. Yes I will do. And remaining I will keep as it is. And next I will go to security. Security, Microsoft Defender cast you want to enable. So you can extra security. Microsoft Defender cast means see, if you highlight this option you will get that information. See, extra security they will provide Azure Microsoft company, they will provide extra costs, extra layer security to your database if you select that one. So currently I am saying not now, I don't want that because extra cost will come. See here, 1247 rupees. Okay. Okay, so these are all everything I'm keeping as it is. I'm additional settings. If you see here, if you select sample table here, you can see three types of data sources here: none, backup, sample. While creating, anyhow, first time you are creating new database, right? So if you select none means empty database will be created. Sample tables also, usually database means some sample HR schema, SCART schema, some retail DB schema, some by default the database companies they will provide some data default databases. Okay, that also will not be available if you select none. It will create only empty data and empty Azure SQL. Sample database and tables also will not be there. You select backup. This option allows you to restore database on any server in any Azure region. Most recent geography geo replicated backups. Okay. So if you select backup, so it will you can take it in region wise. You can copy. You can use that data. But if you select sample now, so you can see sample database and the tables you will get if you create. So currently I am using none option only. So empty database I want. So I will select none. This collation and all will see by default I am as it is I am okay. So next tags. Tags will represent who is that extra information about the provisioning service. For example, who created name. For example, my name I will give Bhasha. Okay. Value, creator or owner. Okay. Both I will select. Next, date, created data today 2025 05 26. Okay. And project like that, meaningful information ABC like that. Okay, like that whatever information who is created, who is approved, for which project you are creating, all that whatever information you want to save, you can save. Okay, next final option, review and create. You can see what are all the options you have selected from the starting. Subscription, pay as you go subscription. If you are using free tier, you will select a free tier. You will see here free tier, your subscription. Resource group name, region Central India, database server name, username, compute size, basic plan, 1 GB storage I have selected, geography, redundancy local, and remaining all options you check, then click on create button. So that request went to the data center. Now it is creating the Azure SQL database. It will take couple of minutes, so we will wait. Meanwhile, we will open SSMS to connect. Okay, request that server SQL Azure SQL is successfully created. So now go here. You can see here. So this is the Azure SQL. If you go here, this is the options. You can see overview, tax information, query editor. Information about that database you can see here. Who is owner, which date created, what is the project name, who is approver, all these things. This is query editor. Here also you can directly connect, and you can using query editor also you can connect the Azure SQL database. So currently we will see. I'm trying to connect. Okay, see all tab you can see here. This is the successfully able to connect the Azure SQL. Okay. So through this is query editor. In real time here we cannot do. I mean you cannot see the data. You cannot play, right. So the environment is not sufficient. I mean it is not feasible to development for the development. So for that real time we will use SSMS, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So here it will ask that server type. It will select database engine. Server name, already we have copied that whatever server we have created. This is server. Control C, Control V. Okay, so SQL Server authentication, login, admin 123, password, whatever password you have given at the time of provisioning, you can give. Options, connect database. So what is the database name? So you have to provide which database you want to connect. So database name also you can find. What is the database name? This is the database name, Azure SQL 2024-05. Copy this and open SSMS. You can paste here. Connect database. Okay. So port or default everything you leave as it is. Then login. Connect. Now see, we are able to connect. We have created successfully Azure SQL, and we have connected that. If we expand that, this is the database name. These are all the tables. So currently there is no tables. Fresh database we have created. If you want to create tables, you can create whatever stored procedure, database objects, everything, anything you can create. Create tables. Okay. So what we will do, we'll create one table, system tables, external tables, nothing is here. Okay, so now file or view, object explorer, or else view, new query with current session. Okay, so this is the, you can create here some sample, create table. Okay, emp creating employee number, integer, employee name, varchar, varchar of 20, salary, integer. Okay, query execute. Now see table created. Open that object explorer. You can see here. You can see table created. If you expand this, you can see all the columns. Like this, we are able to successfully provision the Azure SQL database and successfully connected to SSMS. In upcoming sessions, we will do practicals. We load data from SQL to Azure Data Factory and write to the Azure SQL. All these scenarios we will try in upcoming sessions.